Hey everybody, it's Justin Fox at Mojotone. We're standing outside of the wood shop here with Andy Arthur. Andy oversees the cabinet production here at Mojotone, and we'd like to talk with him today and get a little bit more information about what goes on here in the wood shop and find out some of the production techniques that they use. How you doing, Andy?
Good, thank you.
So let's talk about wood.
Yeah.
How many types of wood do you manufacture with here at Mojotone?
Two mainly. We work with a 1x12 pine. Comes in random lengths, and we cut it down to whatever we need, and then we use a 5x5 Baltic birch. The birch comes in as just a plywood, but it comes in several different thicknesses depending on what we're doing. We use, choose which one.
For different cabinets, it's going to be different sizes.
Absolutely.
That you start with.
Absolutely.
Kind of cut it down and customize.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
That's
so
it.
I'm noticing the pine is full cut pine,
Yes.
and then the birch is a birch ply.
Yes.
Are there some different benefits and reasons for the differences here?
Well, there's weight differences, and there's I guess flexibility and durability, and some questions there. And a lot of people will tell you there's a lot of different sound difference between the two.
Okay, when I think of birch, I think of Marshall style big box tones.
Yep.
High watt, stuff like that.
Sure.
And when we think of pine, of course, we think black face, tweed,
Absolutely.
Reverb amps, and do you notice a very big sound difference in the types of woods that you use for each cabinet?
I think there definitely does. It does make a difference, the types of wood you use, and the reverberation in the cabinet, and also the style of baffle, the open back, all of that really changes everything.
And you guys do open back, closed back, ported.
Yes.
Kind of whatever you want, right?
Absolutely, whatever the customer's looking for.
So if they wanted a 412 open back, you would make it. You
Yes,
could make it. Yeah.
we could. Not typically a standard,
Right.
but definitely do.
Right. So I'm noticing that on these baffles here, it looks like all of these are these all birch?
Yes, baffles will always be birch for the strength in the material and the amount of stress that they're put under during play.
So you don't mess with the fiberboard on that?
No, we do not.
And even on the pine cabinets, we're going
Always
with
birch, yes.
Very good, very good. I noticed you've all of these have been pre-routed for the piping.
Yes.
Does that make a smoother look once it's Tolexed?
That is the goal, yes. Make it as smooth and clean and crisp as possible.
Very good. And then when the customer orders one of these, of course they can be loaded with whatever speakers they want. And
Yes.
now, if someone gets an angled cabinet like this and they load it with the speakers that they want, can they even choose the axis of the speakers as far as where they're placed in the baffle?
Absolutely.
That's very
That's all in
interesting.
the sales process, and it comes through to an order to us, and we
That's pretty
follow
cool.
up.
I'm noticing that are all these cabinets finger jointed?
Yes, they are.
Now, is every cabinet that y'all make is finger jointed?
Almost every cabinet, about 99% of them. We do a couple of recreations that are a lap joint, but we try to stay away from it. The finger joint gives you a much larger glue surface area.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, that gives you a lot more strength in the joint.
Yeah, and they feel really smooth. They look really good.
Thank you.
How do you get the corners so rounded and smooth like that on these?
Well, that's a process after the box is glued up. Then we take it to just a standard router table, round it over, work it through a sanding process, and go
A
from
little bit
there.
of sanding, get it
Yeah.
smoothed out. Why don't we go take a look at that?
Absolutely, I'd love to show you.
All right.
All right, so this is our hauncher. This is where we do our finger joints. We were talking about those earlier. We can do a 12-inch wide cut. Basically,